What's up, guys? I'm now going to go through this game. Short and simple intro. 10-0-14. This is on 130 ping. This guy ends up getting a 0. He goes 1-14. How do I kill him over and over again? Why is it such a big jungle div? And why is this just GG? We're going to go through some of the moves I make. And yeah, this guy's probably like a high diamond master smurf. Doesn't actually look that bad of a jungler, but in this game I just know exactly what he's going to do the whole game, so I end up killing him a bunch of times and GGing the game through that. So yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, this account, by the way, is some Korean account I have. I'm playing on 130 ping. We've got close to like an 80% win rate on the shack so far, so we're doing pretty well. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So in this game I'm going to start red buff because as shack you can do multiple clears, so this is like kind of shacko tech, and it's important you guys know the nuances here. If I start red buff and go red Krugs Raptors at 215, I'll finish them, and I can either be going into blue buff and doing his blue buff if he doesn't start here. So one option is to obviously gank bot. We have all the ganks still into these lanes, right? We have all these ganks, but we also have doing a blue buff before they get here. So if they start top side, I will always be able to do this blue buff before they get here. If it's warded, then it's warded. I'm more than happy fighting them. If I decide to go here and he doesn't start here, potentially there's a gank bot, but you would not do it for that reason. I'm not running in here because I think like bots a kill, or like hoping bots a kill. It has to be a kill, right? So if I make this move knowing they started down here, it's because I know I can kill their bot lane, right? Which is what happens in this game. If not, I'm just like clearing camps like normal, right? So I'm starting red buff in this game because I want play against Viego. I know that as Halo Blaze Shaker with Ignite and red buff, I can make any play very quickly here, while other champions are still level 1, still level 2, and enemy jungler will be level 3, same as me. But if I get the jump on them or steal their blue buff, for instance, it'll be really good. I get my mid laner to ward their raptors. Always do this, by the way. Just ask for a ward on your raptors. Just ask for, or not your raptors, sorry, the enemy raptors. Just ask for a ward on the enemy raptors. It's really useful because now I know that Viego's not starting there. If he starts on raptors here, like lots of junglers might, I know they're going to respawn at 4 minutes, and you can exploit that by taking them when they respawn, right? Like if you're on that side of the map and he's not defending them or doing them when they respawn after crab at 4 minutes-ish, 3:55 really, then you can just take them again, right? So red Krugs, raptors here. And with raptors, by the way, when you're playing shack, the box will kill this. Like if it's on 450 HP, maybe even 500. So you can just leave your box there and run off. And you can see how it's like 215 here. And I'm already level 3 running at my next play, whether it's his blue buff, whether it's bot lane or anything like this. So yeah, he also starts bot here. This was really troll of me, to be honest. But I knew that I can kill their bot lane because I have an engaged support. So if I have any angle to come round the back of them here, which I do, so this wave won't actually... If this wave collided here, it would see me right before I Q. But because it's going to be pushed beyond that wall, that fog, this is all in fog for them. But I have to wait for the wave, and when this last range minion comes up, then I can go in. Now if I go for Jhin here, it's really troll, right? Because Renata will shield. He also has flash and barrier, so I have to go for the Renata here, and we end up getting a kill, right? Save E, ignite early, and we get a kill. Now we see that Viego here is on his raptors, right? And he's just finished them. So Viego just finished his raptors. Now what is this guy going to do? You can even see my mouse on the minimap pointing towards it, right? My blue buff. So I know this guy is probably going to do his red buff and Krugs, because he's not running there right now. So he's actually doing his red buff here. Now he should run there straight away. Like after raptors he has to go, otherwise I'm going to be able to catch him and we'll see what happens. So all I do is recall here because I don't have any other play. Can I dive the Jhin? No, he's way too healthy, so I just recall here and I just run to my blue buff. And I thought here that Viego was doing his red buff and Krugs, so I thought Viego was doing something like this. Where's my mouse? I thought he was going red buff Krugs and then he was going to do this because then it'll be level 4. But because he's on his red buff here, I'm actually going to get here at a very similar time to him, or when he's like doing the camp, and I might actually be able to kill this kid, which is actually what ends up happening, right? So I queue over here because I'm expecting him to actually like not be here. I get really lucky here, by the way, because I queue as soon as he wards, so I dodge that. But I was actually just going to do blue. Let's just say Viego's not here, right? And he's like hitting Krugs to hit level 4 and he's going to go like this afterwards. I want to get rid of blue buff so it doesn't give him this like access or hit, so to speak. Like it doesn't give him that camp to contest me on. So I want to get rid of blue and then I'd come back to Gromp. I'm never really going to contest him here unless my mid and top have hard prio and are like already moving because he's level 4, right? Even though I have 2 long swords, I mean, yeah, that would actually probably change it if my mid can move and top can move, but I don't think they really can here. So my plan was just to go blue to this. This is why I queued, and this is why I put a box down as well, right? But he just happens to be here. So what do? I just kill this guy. That's all it is. At this point in the game, people ask me like, what can this guy do to come back into the game? Well, I have to let him back into the game. How do I not do that? Well, we're about to get into it, right? So if you have a lead like this over the enemy jungler in particular, there's no way like they should ever be allowed back into a game and you should just kill them over and over again. So how do we do that in this game? That's a good question. The only other way he can come back in this game, this guy, is if his lane is a stomping mine. But after killing their Renata bot lane and their mid laner, you know, kind of not having priority, the signs here are not good for this chap. So this should just be a free win from this point. And now the whole game is about hyper tracking Viego. Someone I was coaching recently called it that, and he's already climbed like a couple of divisions in a couple of days because of this stuff. It's just tracking, but people call it like hyper tracking, I guess, because we really know exactly what he's done. So in this game, this Viego has done his red buff because it's refreshed on me, and he has done his blue buff, right? So he's got 20 CS because he's done blue, Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, red. So his Gromp is at 415, his Raptors, or Wolves, sorry, at 430, and his Raptors will be close to 5 minutes, yeah? So in this game, I know exactly what he's done, and red buff, yeah? And then he's come here. So that's what he's done in this game. Now, what is the Viego going to do out of base, knowing that I've killed him here? Okay, think about his map for me. His map is literally exactly the same as mine, yeah? In terms of what's in the middle of the map and on my side. He will know that these are gone. He will know that I'm going to do my blue buff and finish it here. He will know that I will do this crab as well, right? So what is this Viego going to do here out of base, do you think? If he knows that he can't get this and he can't contest me here, right? Because I'm full HP with 2 longswords. He's not going to do anything here. So every jungler will think like this, what I'm about to say. Shaco just killed me on this side of the map. Shaco just showed on this side of the map. Shaco just did grubs. The notification just came up on my screen, the announcement, the blue team has done grubs. Whatever I do to show myself on this side of the map, he's going to be thinking about this on the other side of the map, right? And if you are the stronger jungler, you never want to be giving up something on the other side of the map if you're getting the same. So if I just trade that crab for that crab, it is terrible because I'm so far ahead of him. If you look at mid lane, I've also got prior mid, and even if my bot lane bases, that crab, that bot crab is going to be so close to me and Ari where we can contest it, right? So what I'm saying here, guys, is like if you are stronger, I even think like Bibip says this, Coach Leo, which is really good. It's a nice touch. So respect to him for saying this. And no, it's not comp taming. It's just like if you are stronger, you match. If you are weaker, or if you don't know what's going to happen, you can trade, right? But you want to match the enemy jungler here because you're stronger. And this might be like a unique situation because I'm playing Shaco and he is kind of unique early game. He's very strong. I get that. But this could be a Conqueror champion. You could be playing Rek'Sai here. You could be playing Lee Sin. You could be playing Kindred, Graves, Nidalee. All of these champions, right? You want to be matching the enemy jungler. There is no way you let them take any resource that is on the middle of the map or even on your side, right? So anything here, I am shutting off. And if I can access these camps, even better, right? But there is no way I'm letting him trade something on the map here, like a crab for crab or dragon for grubs. There is no way I'm giving him anything, yeah? That's why he goes 1-14 in this game, because my mental is set up like that. And all of those master GM, maybe the couple of challenger, like junglers I coached recently doing the master plus free coaching, all of them had terrible mental, where they just talk about laners for 30 minutes before we even get into a game. And I'm like, bro, that enemy jungler you're playing against is making that many mistakes and they'll be so easy to beat. Just like in this game, you can do exactly the same thing. But it's not even part of their brain. It's not even like in there. They're just thinking about laners and they think like team comps matter. You're not playing in high challenger, bro. Relax. Okay? You're playing against human beings who make way more mistakes than people in high elo. So let's try to exploit them, yeah? So this Viego here, doing my blue buff here is a massive mistake and I end up killing him. So how do we win from this position? What I'm going to do is do this crab still because I know that I can do this crab and get to the bot one in time. Even though my bot lane is not here, oh my god, this is like so risky. This is so free still because guess what? Their Renata is still there and I'm doing this out of vision. So if my mid laner did not have prior here, I'd even consider just running through mid or ganking mid and then running here myself, yeah? And you can see that Viego is here. So I come down, I queue over because the reason I queued, I thought he was going to be doing the crab. He's not though. So I access this brush, which is an access point, so to speak. So if I get here first and set up a box, like imagine if he was here and I ran in and Ari's in the brush as well, right? We just one-shot him. So this is very close to him dying. But that's the important thing about like getting to those access points first. Ari gets a nice charm. Remember, this Viego still has flash, by the way. So we might have to be a little bit careful the way like uses a spell here. And all we're doing here is just waiting, right? We can just be patient. There's no reason to like rush or anything. The Viego's 1 HP and he's kind of screwed, yeah? So I'm going to hit this. I'm going to blast cone over. I'm going to queue over and try kill Viego here. Because I have relentless hunter movement speed, I know I can catch this guy. And I end up catching him. There's another kill. And I think we might get something else here. Let me just keep watching. I don't really think anything else happens. Right. This is the next step, yeah? Lots of people might be able to do this up until this point. Maybe they wouldn't even do this. I actually think lots of junglers here, by the way, you guys watching. I think lots of you would have gone back to Gromp and Wolves. Why would I say that? It's not me being toxic, bro. I've coached like that many people that that's what they would do in their games. I'm telling you it's bad. Well, it's still not bad. You're getting golden experience, but you're going to lose these and you're going to lose these. Yeah. So like that's the next counterplay. So if I wasn't thinking about contesting this crab, the next thing I'm definitely thinking about is protecting these camps. And you'll see this in this game. It's like a theme almost. So yeah, the next step now is to think, look, I just killed this guy again, right? And he will know here, just think about what I said. This guy will know that I have taken this crab as well, right? So, and if he's really good as well, he should know that I took the top crab. So I've just ran to bot. I've killed him on this crab essentially, but he does have all of his camps up, right? So if we think about it, his gromp is up because it's 428 in this game and he started bot side. Why do I not go for his gromp? Because I think with his bot lane there, it's just a little bit too annoying. And because I'm already queuing out, I don't really want to go back in, yeah? To be honest, like taking his gromp is actually fine here. Like honestly, that is actually fine. But just to be 100% safe, I just felt like coming for crab because I didn't know, you know, can we really get this? I don't really want to get poked and stuff. But honestly, like in hindsight, that might be even better here. Maybe like Hui being here was annoying because I know Ari wants to go back mid. So honestly, like this really isn't that bad of a play. And it's still probably like just as good as the other play. Can you see how I've pinged here? I've pinged on the way to my Raptors. Oh my God, Eagz, why do you ping on the way so much? I want to let my teammates know, bro, like what I'm doing, yeah? Like I want my team to know exactly where I'm going to be on the map so they can make the most informed decisions possible for themselves. If Ari wants to ward somewhere, it's going to be top side because I've pinged there. If I'm fighting bot side, hopefully my mid laner and support and stuff will react and ward around dragon or ward their blue buff or whatever. So here I want Ari to know exactly what the go is, right? So I'm pinging on the way to Raptors and then I'm pinging on the way to his Raptors. Why am I pinging on the way to his Raptors here? Who can answer that? Look in the top right for me and what we established even at 2:30 in this game. Because he did start bot side, right? He started on his blue buff here. He's pathing towards top. Gromp is 4:15. Wolves are 4:30. His Raptors will be just before 5 minutes or around 5 minutes, right? I know that this guy knows as well, because they had wards and vision, that his Gromp is there. I know that Viego knows that I did not take his bot camps here as Gromp and Wolves. Look at the minimap for me. So that bot side where I just killed him, he knows is still up. And I think he will actually run there in this game. So if he goes to Gromp here and Wolves, I could probably run in there to like contest him. So if I saw him while I'm doing my Raptors here on his Gromp, I could probably run there and contest him. Maybe like even on his Wolves. But I think it's too much of a stretch here to go and do that because me just invading his Wolf camp, it's not like a whole quadrant, right? So when I run to his Raptors here, I am invading his Raptors and Crux. He just happens to be here as well, which was kind of surprising to me. But to be fair, I didn't see him at doing Gromp, right? But it is a Viego, so he can evade vision with his E, so he could have been doing his Gromp here. So I'm kind of surprised to see him here. I honestly thought I was just going to take his Raptors for free, and then probably his Krugs. Maybe I even take his Raptors and wait in the brush for him to come through. But him being here, it's just another kill for me, right? But the main point of this play is not like, oh yeah, I'm win trading with him and we're in a Discord call. I'm not, I'm on stream. The point of this play is that I'm invading Raptors. He just happens to be here, right? And we get another kill. I could potentially go on the Hui here, like maybe Q over the wall and look to backstab it, but her spacing is kind of good. So yeah, we can't do that. And guess what? You see the foundation of the original play. So this just comes after. So if the enemy jungler is going to run it down while you're doing this, just do the play, but afterwards. And we get his Raptors. E this as late as possible. Lots of Shaco players, by the way, like use their E straight away or, you know, they don't use it like last second type thing. This is still important to get right. So a couple of backstabs. When it's on like 500 and the box is that healthy, it's going to kill it right. And we're just taking his Raptors. Now, what do I think this Viego is going to do in this game here? We just killed him on his Raptors, right? And all he has topside is his Krugs. So really, the only play he can make is something bot side, right? In reaction to this. So my brain here is thinking, look, my top camps are up, but I could also recall here because grubs are at 6 minutes, yeah? So there's a couple of things. I can recall and go my Krugs to my Raptors if I wanted to. The other option is I just recall and run the grubs. But again, I'm leaving my Krugs and Raptors, potentially like when Raptors spawn anyway, for Viego to take. And I know I took my Raptors somewhat recently, like maybe 440, 445. So my Raptors aren't going to spawn for like 7 minutes. So the funny thing here is like, I don't really care about my bot side too much. And if he runs it all the way to my Krugs, I'll easily be able to read that and I can ping Rakan to check it, yeah? So if I don't want to go all the way to my Krugs, I'm just going to try and make my support the second jungler. Like that Rakan can be a jungler with me here. And this is a great thing about jungling. And when you're doing well like this, your teammates, most of the time anyway, this guy doesn't, by the way, your teammates most of the time though will respond to your pings because they'll be like, holy shit, this guy's like kind of just popping off. Maybe he's smurfing or something. Maybe they've seen the OPGG beforehand. And when you start pinging, there's like a gravity. to it, and they'll feel it, and they'll be like, okay, I'm actually just going to go here. Maybe he's cooking. Oh my god, he is. What the hell? He's like just doing my Krugs here. So I can kind of like control my Rakan and maybe even Ahri, who moved really well in this game. So Ahri does it, but Rakan unfortunately doesn't. And you see him here running to my podcast, and this happens a lot. And I was actually laughing on stream because the moves he makes like aren't really that bad, by the way. And if he just farmed his camps here, he's going to die a slow death. So basically, the only way he gets back in this game is actually doing what he's doing, but I don't read it properly. But because I do, it's just like over for him, right? But what he does, like I would much rather go 1-14 like him rather than be, you know, 1-4 and I've got to die slowly. Like and you can see like how I'm spam pinging here. We even saw him on vision, by the way, and my Rakan is still so late to move. We even see him on that wave and he does it like 3 times in this game. So I end up killing him here. I also get the Krug. I box here in case he runs out. So I get the Krug as well, which is really sad for this guy. But that's how you beat junglers, bro. Like, if you kill them early game like this, I kind of wanted to leave him, so Kai'Sa got him. But yeah, my Kai'Sa's farming a wave. Let's go. Instead of getting a free kill. So the way you win games like this, when you kill the enemy jungler early game, or they show and they give you counterplay, whether it's killing them or whether it's getting all their camps and stuff, the way you actually win a game is by thinking about them and hyper-tracking them. Do not just stop level 4 after you're full clear in base. You think about it the whole game, bro. And you ping the whole game. There is a reason why, if you go on my history, basically every jungler I play against is doing nothing in the game. The only losses I have is probably because someone on my team is soft ending. Like, that is literally it. So we get grubs. And I'm thinking again, what is this Viego going to do? He knows I'm over here, guarantees me as well. The Viego is probably going to run to my red buff. What I do here, I'm going to run straight to my Raptors because I know they're spawning at 7 minutes. Well, I actually didn't, but I see the yellow timer. But I would have worked it out while running to walls or Gromp. I would have been like, oh, my Raptors are actually probably up anyway. Let me just run there preemptively. And you can see how my Rakan is now playing like a jungler too. So if Viego was here, we would kill him. Now, this is like the next thing, right? I thought the Viego would be on my Raptors or maybe even red buff here. And the funny thing is, he actually could be on my red. He could get here in time, right? Because I killed him all the way back here at Krugs. All the way back here. Now he's running out of base with home guards. So what is stopping this guy who's running out of base with home guards and I'm skipping it 10 seconds? That's like 30 seconds I've skipped. What is stopping this guy from being on my red buff? Nothing, right? But because we don't really see him in this area, Rakan and myself, I'm thinking he's got to be on drag, but he's not. So because these camps are up, they were giving me information. If these camps were gone, or if I saw him here, obviously that's the play he's making. But because he's not actually doing this, well, what's the next thing? That. And I care about this. If he's doing his Gromp, I can't get there in time. If he's doing his walls, I probably can't get there in time, right? So I'm not really worried about his bot side here. I don't think I can actually kill him there, but I definitely can kill him here. I definitely can kill him here, right? So I go for the next thing he could possibly be doing, as long as it's feasible, that is. And obviously Dragon is, because it's right there. And here we see him again running into my jungle, and he dies again. Ahri solo kills him. So the funny thing here is, like, the Viego isn't actually playing that badly, to be honest. It's just that I know exactly what he's going to do. And because I passed that knowledge on to my teammates play is elevated. And it's almost like everyone on my team is no longer playing like a diamond player or master player, whatever it is, right? They're kind of all seeing the map like a chow, and they can all react to this stuff, right? So I end up doing red buff here, and the next thing I'm thinking about in my head is, where is he going to run next? That's it. So where is this Viego going to run? He knows that I have just killed him, or Ahri killed him bot side, but also if you look at the top side of the map, his red buff is spawning, yeah? So his red buff and his Raptors are probably up, so all I'm thinking about now is hitting his top side. If this guy runs to my bot camps, do I really care that much? Of course I don't care if he runs bot, because there is nothing there. My Krugs might respawn sometime soon, but there is such a big opportunity here for me to kill him on his red buff because all of these camps are up. And guess what we do? We almost kill him on his red buff, sorry, because I think he gets out here. So I obviously know he's going to flash away and stuff, and we almost kill him. I use my ult here, I probably don't have to. But now the Viego's 1 HP, right, running to his bot camps, or like bot side of the map. Now, what is he going to think of doing? Look at my Krugs for me. My Krugs are up. He has the timer as well, by the way, for Krugs, because we killed him on it, but he did get some of the small Krugs, so he will have the timer there, yeah? So because my Krugs are up, he knows they're up as well, and he will probably run straight there, just given the fact how he's played already. And look at him on the minimap. He is literally running there on 200 HP, bro, this guy. Like, mad respect to him. But that's all he can do. If he doesn't do that, the game breaks. But the game's already broken, so don't, like, think, oh, this guy can magically come back in the game. He can stall it out. What he's doing is actually smart. You know what I mean? Like, what he's actually doing there is fine. Now, as far as me basing here, I really don't think I should base because I can never get there anyway, right? And you can see how my bot lane bases. Unbelievable, right? Like, I'm pinging them. They even see him, remember, on vision that he's there. And they're just like running around through river and even recalling themselves. And they can just kill that kid. But honestly here, like, me recalling is a bit excessive because I'm never going to get there in time, right? And yeah, thankfully, to be honest, like the crab, I don't actually kill it, you know? So it's almost lucky in a way. I also think I should probably stay here unless I'm thinking about his bot side here. So the only reason you see me pinging, getting tilted, like this elo for some reason is like just really tilting to me because no one listens, or most of the time anyway. So yeah, the next move like that's in my head then, I think, because this was like 5 hours ago maybe. The next move in my head is that, look, I've just killed him on his red buff and raptors, or taken his raptors, right? And he's now taking my Krugs and he'll probably die again. So what am I thinking here? Well, after those camps, he's probably going to run where? To his bot side. And I know his blue buff is up because he started there and he hasn't actually redone it, right? The only thing in my head is his bot side. I don't need to farm any of my top camps. All I have to do is just basically run towards his bot side. Here we just get a free kill mid. So me out of base, she'll be like watching me look mid lane. So there's mid lane. The Hui is pushed up. I've got Ghostblade. I can just Ghostblade now and Q over the wall and get a free kill. It doesn't matter if their team is in the brush like to my right because I kill her so quickly, right? So we get a kill here. Where is their team going to be? Down here. This is where Viego will be, probably doing his blue buff, right? So if we can fight, it might be good. And there's Viego. I'm pretty sure he's just done his blue buff. Unfortunately, Renata watered this and stuff. So the only real play I can make here, because Viego is definitely going to do that Gromp in time, especially with his bot lane who's kind of doing well, like Renata's level 6, my Rakan's only level 5. So as far as fighting goes there, I don't really like it. Also, Viego might be 6 and he will have his ultimate. I won't have mine. So even though I'm really far ahead, I need my ult to be able to do stuff, yeah? Like in a kind of, when everyone else has their ultimates. I don't want to make a play unless I have my ult. This was really unlucky, by the way, because I thought this guy was going to get full baited by that. And yeah, my Rakan like doesn't knock him up. I don't know if he had the cooldown. Maybe I should have just killed him. I was kind of like trying to be cheeky, but yeah. After this, I can't really do anything, right? Apart from farm Raptors, I'm never going to make any play again. Like I'm 400 HP with no ult. So the only thing I can really do here is just farm Raptors. And as far as killing Viego here goes, it's very difficult for me here to make any play on Viego, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to recall. I'm going to go to Grubs as healthy as possible. You can see me spam pinging bot side here because look at their champions and how they're playing. The Jhin is holding that bot brush as if to say, jump on me, Rakan. Viego's right here waiting with a W. So if you can see these things as a jungler, I guarantee you your laners won't. Ping it for them. I recall here because of Grub's timing, right? I want to get to Grubs as strong as possible. If I do Wolves, Gromp, Blue, I mean, my base here is actually kind of bad. Maybe I should even get a Dirk here because it would justify backing, but I could easily stay. So if you guys are ever in a situation, this is like what's going to separate, how do I put it, Charles from everyone else, is knowing when to recall for stuff like this. Just because Grubs are up in 30 seconds, let's say, doesn't mean you always have to recall 30 seconds before them. Like, yes, that is a good timing to recall on, but if the base you're going to have, like when you buy your items, if they're not substantial, so let's just say I'm buying 2 long swords, right, at 10 minutes. It's not going to change the fight. But if I buy, I don't know, Brutalizer Tiamat, that might actually mean something. Or if I buy Dirk and the movement speed AD item, the built into Ghostblade or Opportunity, those things would definitely have an impact in a fight, right? I'm going to deal more damage. I probably don't even have to use my ultimate to kill someone, right? I just one-shot them. But if I'm just buying something that's kind of, not that big, I'm only spending, 700, maybe even under 1,000 gold. I don't need to base. So honestly, if I was to play this game again, just because I know that I'm only buying longsword and that ability haste item, it's pointless to recall here. I should just keep clearing towards Grubs. It's not going to stop me from doing Grubs and fighting Grubs. It's not going to change the outcome of that fight. So if your items, if your item buy, if your base is not consequential to the upcoming fight, wherever it may be, at a resource, you do not have to base. Put your camps on earlier timers and you'll get more of them in a game. Your CS will go up. You'll get more gold in a game. You'll just carry more games, right? It's just better to jungle like that. But if your base means something for that fight, it will change the outcome. Definitely recall around 30 seconds before that resource is up, right? Or the quadrant. It doesn't matter what the resource is. Just substitute Grubs with his top side or Dragon, whatever it is, right? Yeah, I'm a little bit scared like Viego is around here because I think he's using that to like come down here after his Krugs. So all I do is just like, yeah, smite it with an auto attack, pretty easy stuff. And then we can do Grubs, right? Now, just remember that this guy has no play now, right? Because I've shut him off, he can't really access this area of the map anymore, yeah? Especially when my mid laner is, has prior or did have prior. So you even see him here, bro, like just run straight through mid lane, almost half HP, really, really weak. And I don't know if he's kind of beyond carrying at this point, but he's making it obviously, well, obvious for us to know what he's doing. And he's done this the entire game, right? And if he goes to Krugs, I don't really care too much, because it's so far away from me, bro. Like, when I'm going to get topside is so much better. He's running so far away just to get one camp, and it's kind of like my bot lane can kill them type thing. Funny thing here, my bot lane starts fighting when their jungler is showing on vision on my Krug. So just a big shout out to my Kaiser here in this game for playing so well. God, I sound so salty, eh? But it is true though, chat. It is true. Like, these players you play with don't understand what a free win is. Like, they have a jungler who's just turbo 1v9ing the game, and they still think like, you know, oh, I'm 1-0, I'm going to win this game type thing. It just annoys me. Like, just let me win the game for you and just play with me here. Just end the enemy jungler's life and we'll be chilling. Anyway, there's a little fight here. I come down to it and we fight and stuff. Could I have done grubs? Of course. But when there's a fight like that and my teammates are involved, I think I can get there easily with Ghostblade, so I just run over there and do it. I know his blue buff is up here because we had the timer for it, so I'm going to push the clone away, reattach it in the brush. If Renata was basing here, I would have killed her with the clone, right? So that's why I did that. We get his blue buff and we run out. There we see Viego on the minimap. So Viego just ran into my box and now he's doing his gromp. So Viego is doing his gromp here, right? So if Viego is doing his gromp, what might I be thinking about doing after my red buff? What am I thinking about? His top side. Look at his red buffs for me. It is spawning very soon, and I've got a mid laner who will have ultimate for that fight. We can see Viego on his wolf camp now. So what I can do is I can do my... Let's actually see if I do this. Oh, this is actually bad for me. I 100% here should do Raptors into his red buff. I can't believe I do this. Oh my goodness. Can't believe you've done this. What a bad player, bro. Sometimes, by the way, like, I always find little things that I can do better here. And you can tell, like, how I'm talking, that I am actually very surprised I didn't do this in this game, because I know he's on his red buff here, like, for a fact. Thankfully, there ends up being a bot fight here. But in this game, he might even get grubs now. And remember what I said. When the enemy jungler is so far behind you, you want to match them, not trade. So me here is actually essentially trading the map. I'm saying, look, I'm getting my red buff and Krugs, but so are you. And you're also getting grubs here. So as far as jungling goes, that 1v1, he's actually getting more than me because he's weaker than me. So if he gets the same, that's so much better for him, right? So I'm amazed here I didn't just go Raptors after red into his red buff. It's 100% a kill. And you might be like, but Eagz, like, you've killed him enough times. He's worth like no gold. What about making a play on their bot lane? Yes, like, honestly, this is probably still better for the game. Like, getting Jin's flash and stuff. And I think we end up double killing them, or Jin lives, but I think they tower dive him on like the next wave. Never mind, he does die. That might be in another game. So as far as like this game goes, it's probably better what I did there, but that's really lucky, right? Like, I go to Krugs, which is the mistake. It's not the fact that like, bot lane is killable there. It's just my jungling decision to not go Raptors into his top side. That's the point I'm making here. So even like when I go back through my games, I know I'm not going to play like pixel perfect the whole time. So that's like a little improvement I could have made, just knowing that Viego's running through his red buff, right? So he gets his whole top side here for free. In another game, it might matter if my laners aren't doing that well. And you can see in this game how I'm 5-0-3. Now, Viego has died like 5 times already. So those 9 kills we have, 5 of them are Viego. But I'm in every kill my team has. If you guys play like this and you hyper-track, so to speak, and you can directly impact the enemy jungler, in other words, just like fight them because you're stronger and your laners can back you up and join the party, you are in every kill. The enemy team has no jungler and they have to play as if you might be anywhere on the map at any given time because you're so much stronger. They could get ganked at any point and you indirectly win the map. Like, the impact you have in jungle, it just ripples across every single lane. You are in every kill. You are in every CS difference your team has, your laners have. Viego's here, and guess what happens? We kill him again. Look above the minimap, he's dead for 20 seconds. Because I know he's going to run to my top side, right? So that's where we kill him. We kill him on my Gromp. There he is. And we kill him eventually. So yeah, another test. Let's keep going, yeah? What is Viego going to do, guys, after he knows? Well, he definitely knows I'm doing Rift Herald here, right? Because they have a ward in here, but I don't really care about it. So what's he going to do after I do this? And we end up killing Hui as well. There's Hui. Let's have a look at this, by the way. Almost die here because I have no, like, magic resist and she did hit me with everything, so fair play. But we don't die. I also know that Garen here probably has flash, by the way, so it's also important to space these players. So when he's running like an absolute lunatic, there's his flash. I'm kind of a little bit scared. And yeah, I just want to kind of bait him here, right? So we end up queuing away, just bait him, put a box down, and he ends up dying, right? Now, in this situation, I don't really want to do Rift Herald because I'm 1 HP, but I'm also 1 camp away from Hydra. So if I recall here, it's actually still fine because I could buy like another longsword and I could just run towards my bot camps because I know Viego's going to be there, right? But the funny thing is like with jungle camps at this stage in a game, when you have like lifesteal, so to speak, or red buff like I do in the regen, I will be close to half HP after I finish walls, just like here. So I actually think I can contest my Raptors here if he runs here. Like, I'm so strong that I don't even really need my ultimate here to one-shot this guy. And again, my laners have been reacting for the most part. So if he runs in here, he will die again, right? I don't need to be full HP. I don't need a Hydra to be able to do that. And if you think about it as well, like basing here, yes, I get a Hydra, but I'm already so far ahead. Whatever happens in terms of a fight is gonna happen. Hydra does not change that, yeah? So because I have a play to make in relation to the Viego, in relation to our 1v1, there's no reason for me to base. And you see me here being a little bit hesitant. So if he's not doing the dragon like he is here, look at him on drag, he's running through here and he might decide to run in here. That's why I put a box here, because if he starts them, I might be able to use this box, right? If we fight. That's the reason I put a box down. Now I know he's on dragon, right? So here we queue over and we just try to kill him. That's all. Use my ultimate, put a box down like mid combo, run away from the Renata ultimate. I know that Hui is above me here, so I just like kind of let my clone do the work on the Viego, and we eventually kill him. There's the Ari getting a kill. The Hui is here as well. I just want to play this slow, Q away so she doesn't get me, backstabber, dodge the Jin W, get the dragon afterwards. Think about it. We've just killed pretty much everyone in the enemy team. What's Viego going to do? He's going to run topside, right? So I do my Krugs into a recall. We ping on the way to Rift Herald. I'm sure you can see the chat here. And I'm looking to run towards topside and protect Rift Herald. But he's showing mid here, right? So if he doesn't show mid, he's probably ganking top, doing his top camps, or doing Rift Herald, or running into me, right? So just me being here denies all of that play for Viego. I also see him flash mid lane, right? So I'm going to queue through mid here, make sure I don't show. It's perfect. And yeah, I'm going to E him and Hydra just in case he killed my Ari. And we get a kill on him again. So that's how you win a game, guys, like when you kill the enemy jungler early game. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm not going to go through any more of it because that is literally the game, right? Even though my Ari dies mid, let's go. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, if you want more commentaries like this, just leave a comment down below. Obviously like the video as well. That'd be much appreciated. Obviously check out the stream too, because I'm going to be streaming this climb. Hopefully we'll be versing like some Master Plus players soon. I'm kind of excited about it. I think I already have as well. To be honest, I wouldn't even be surprised if this Viego was, because the moves he makes, like, they're not actually that bad. It's just he's versing someone who, yeah, is aware of what he's going to do. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. Please come check out the stream. I will be streaming pretty much every game in KR. And yeah, if you want coaching, there's obviously the website. Those links will be down below as well. But yeah, guys, don't be shit. Thank you for watching. Bye.